Today's topic is all about the QTLS or QTLS being Qualified Teacher Learning and Skills status. Okay, and really what we want to try and achieve today is basically, what is QTLS and how we go about, or how would someone go about achieving it. And as always, I'll just go into a bit of an introduction about QTLS and what it involves, and then we'll take some questions from the panelists and hopefully get some discussion going as well. And at the end of the session, I am hoping it'll be informative for yourself if it's something that you're maybe sitting on the fence about, or something that you maybe will aspire to in the future. So yeah, what I mentioned at the start, QTLS, Qualified Teacher Learning and Skills Status. What it is, it's not a qualification, okay? It's not a qualification. It's a way of demonstrating your professionalism within the further education and training sector. It basically helps teachers develop their career. It showcases their skills and experience to their colleagues within their organizations, and also even potential employers on down the line. Okay, the QTLS is registered through the SET, the Society for Education and Training. So people get the QTLS and the QTS quite often confused. Okay, they're two separate entities. However, they are equivalent in the eyes of the law. More about that later. So basically, QTS is given to those who study typical teacher qualification, initial teacher qualifications such as a PGCE. Those who go on to teach in primary and secondary schools. In primary and secondary schools, they're awarded the QTS on successful completion of their initial teacher education qualification, okay, the PGCE or similar qualification. The QTLS, on the other hand, okay, is awarded on successful completion of the professional formation, which really takes a minimum of 4 months, 6 months by the time the whole process is finished from registration through to completion. The QTS can only be completed through that initial teacher education program, whereas the QTLS will be completed through an e-portfolio, which is supplied by the SET. And it's really an online workbook which involves writing certain narratives based on certain topics and subjects, and just as important, if not more important, is linking the support and evidence relating to your teaching practice. In terms of entry requirements, there's loads of entry requirements, as you would expect, in terms of QTS and QTLS. We're here today to chat about QTLS. Just to give you a bit of a rundown, you need a level 2 Maths and English equivalent to GCSE at level C. Obviously, you've got the functional skills qualifications that people can gain these days, which are equivalent, obviously, in what you need. You do need a initial teacher education qualification, or level 5, for example, the diploma in education and training, which ELN offers. And the application process is through the Society of Education and Training, as is the payment as well. Other criteria which a typical registrar would need to have is the ability to evidence teaching or training in a further education training setting environment for a minimum of 4 hours per week. Okay, and it has to go on non-stop throughout the whole professional formation program. They need to obviously have, as well as that setting, their program needs to allow them to teach groups of 5 or more post-14 throughout the duration of the program as well. They should have as well identified a suitable supporter. I mean by a suitable supporter, someone like a mentor who is going to be there to conduct perhaps observations of the practice, conduct professional discussions, and basically be there to complete one of the final reviews on the portfolio